All right, so this is for the first portion of the final, the TV reporter section. So I chose the Philadelphia Phillies, so I'm gonna be interviewing Joe Girardi, the manager for them, and I guess I'm just gonna act like I'm broadcasting for like NBC Sports Philadelphia, which is where the Phillies' home broadcasting station is. Well, thank you, Joe. Thank you for coming on here today. I appreciate you taking the time with me for me in such a busy time for you. Nah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, the first question I want to ask you, and I know you don't got a lot of time today, is just like, how would you address the state of the team, in your opinion, now compared to where preseason expectations were that were placed on the team by media, yourself, members of the team? I mean, where do you think the team is, and how do you feel about them right now? No, I understand that. I understand that. So, coming off that answer, what has worked well, and in contrast, what hasn't worked well? Obviously, there were issues last year with the bullpen. Offense couldn't get moving. Inconsistency among all aspects of the team. So, what has worked well this season compared to last year, and what hasn't worked well? Well, speaking of the bullpen, I want to go from there. How have the new additions made by, obviously, in the offseason, the Phillies acquired, or not acquired, they signed David Dombrowski, former general manager of the Red Sox and the Tigers, to be their new head of baseball operations. So the new additions made by him, especially in the bullpen, how have they shaped in not only what the bullpen's accomplishments have been, but how the team's accomplishments? How have those new additions, helped the team out? All right, so I want to take it somewhere different. Um, what is your so? I'll take it back. There are many stars on this team, and stars in their own different categories. Obviously, there are A-listers in the league like Bryce and JT, but you also have just fan superstars like Didi Gregorius, Andrew McCutcheon, who have connected themselves very well amongst the MLB community. What is your relationship like with those star players, and how is that leadership kind of carried over to the team's success, and how the younger players on the team, how has that leadership affected them? Okay. Is this the leadership you envisioned when you took the job in Philadelphia 2 years ago? Obviously, you come from that New York Yankee culture, that background. Is this kind of how you envision the team and how it wants to be led? Interesting. All right, final question. I know you got to get out of here. We're sitting here today. It's May 3rd. Your team, has a 13-15 record and a four-game series with Milwaukee lying ahead. What needs to work to get this team back on track? The fans aren't happy. I'm sure that there's members of the organization that aren't happy with the start that this team has collected. What needs to work to get this team back on track? Well, do you think it'll work? All right, Joe. Thank you for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, manager Joe Girardi with us on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Back to you in the studio.